Hey guys, what's going on? It is Ash here, coming at you today in Clash Royale. We're going to be playing the Jason deck again in today's episode. I recently shared the sad news that Jason has retired from the game, but his deck certainly lives on. You can see I'm on my free-to-play account, level 6 rares, level 9 commons, so nothing super impressive, although I am only in Arena 7. I want to get all the way to Legendary Arena, and maybe I'll do this as a reoccurring series, playing of the Jason deck on my free-to-play account. If that's something you guys would be interested in, let me know. So this is an interesting starting hand here. I'm going to go ahead and split the Barbarians as my opening play, and look at that, a Sparky right out the gate, guys. So a few days ago, I shared a Jason deck with you guys, just a very short episode, kind of like I said, sharing the news that Jason's no longer playing, but showing how the deck can still be successful. And a lot of you guys requested a longer video playing the Jason deck, so here you are, here you have it. I'm going to use my Giant on defense here in the left, but oh, I just barely took a hit from that Sparky. So when you're going against a Sparky deck and you're playing the Jason deck, it's very important that you use your Giant to distract Sparky in the opposite direction, and then you lay down some of your smaller units from behind the Sparky. So I took down his right tower. I'm happy about that, but he definitely got a hit on my left tower, and that hurt. That Sparky, one hit can definitely leave you totally reeling from the Sparky's devastation there. So the thing about these beatdown decks, I mean, this is obviously still a beatdown deck, and the thing about it is you always want to pump up as much as humanly possible. So make sure you keep those pumps going. Oops, I meant to split those Barbarians there. That was a misplace by yours truly. But the idea here with this deck is I like to split the Barbarians, and I like to bait out the Fireball or arrows, and then use the minions on defense on the other lane. I'm going to have to use archers in a pinch here. I don't want to get too many hits on this right tower, especially with this wizard right in tow. So with the wizard, I'm going to do the same thing with Sparky. Basically, with the Jason deck, guys, you want to use your Giant defensively whenever possible. And how you can do that is, you can see I basically saved those Spirit Goblins and the archers' lives, and they went on to kill that bomber and the mini P.E.K.K.A, and that was all from redirecting or basically about facing that wizard. So you can do the same thing that I did with Sparky with the wizard here. I'm going to go ahead and arrows just because I'm getting a lot of value just in case they play any kind of counter there. But you can see right now I'm looking pretty good in this match. So again, here's a Sparky and here's a wizard. I'm going to play the Giant up here again. Now the Giant's going to probably die, but it gives me time to play the minion horde, and I'm able to counter what otherwise could have been very, very difficult. It was a wizard and a Sparky coming at me. I couldn't play the minion horde unless I played the Giant a little bit to the left and then the minion horde a little bit to the right. So this is going to be a good match to start out with here. Not worried about this Sparky anymore, and it looks like it's going to be a 3 crown to open up today's episode. So indeed it is. We got the 3 crowns. So let's see how many of these we can get. With a Jason deck, you're going to get a lot of 3 crowns. I know a lot of you, actually like 99% of you, literally had positive feedback about the most recent Jason videos, saying that you're still using the deck, or a deck with a few adjustments made here and there. A lot of you have added the princess to the deck, and that's totally viable. You can add the princess for the archers if you have princess, or you can even add ice wizard for the archers if you'd like to. Me, I still like the classic Jason deck personally, especially on my free-to-play account. So let's defend here. Now, placement is very critical in this deck, as it is with every deck basically. You want to really make sure that you're not taking a lot of unnecessary damage to your tower, or that you're leaving your unit susceptible to a direct damage spell, so a poison or a fireball. If you clump your archers and your spirit goblins too close together, you always want to make sure you space everything out properly with this deck, as with any deck. If you have those low hit point units like archers and spirit goblins, and what else do I have? Well, I guess even barbarians, you just want to make sure that they're not too close clumped up, even if you're playing defense. So now here comes a witch and a giant. I do have the elixir pump on the board, so I'm going to play the barbarians way back towards my tower. Reason I did that is I wasn't sure if he had any splash damage coming at me. See those fire spirits, for example. So it looks like he got a lot of damage done to my right tower, and that's one thing about this deck too, is you don't want to panic. I might not win this match, of course, but you're gonna take damage here and there, especially with this deck where I don't have any defensive structures at all. There's no cannon or anything like that, so I cannot distract so he obviously thinks I'm very low on elixir. I wasn't that low. I had 5 or 6 available, so I'm gonna play the barbarians over here. So because I don't have a cannon or anything like that to distract their tanks, it's a little bit difficult to mitigate all damage that's going to be done. So that's my long way of saying that don't panic if there's a little bit of damage on your tower. This deck can dole out a ton of damage offensively, and I actually like where I am right now in this match, mainly because I have the elixir advantage. I have the pump on the board, and I'm going to be able to stop this push, and I'm going to be able to turn it into something hopefully right now. So I'm playing a big line of troops behind this giant, and then I'm going to drop the Hog Rider. Now sometimes I might be using the Hog Rider in the opposite lane here, but I kind of had a sense that my opponent was low on elixir. He uses the log there. It's a pretty good log play, but I had already the Hog and the giant on the tower by that point, so I was able to take down that right tower. Kind of like I said, I did not panic there. Instead of playing my Hog Rider and being overly aggressive, I actually just played my elixir pumps. I built up that elixir advantage, and now I'm going to go ahead and take down his left tower, because it looks like, I was going to say he's going to take down my right tower. He just got very close, but I'm just going to play the giant right behind this little push here, and it looks like I'm really poised to get another 3 crown, maybe. There's probably not enough time left, but another few seconds, and I definitely would have 3 crowned this one as well. So that's kind of how it's done. Even though I took a lot of damage on my, opponent left the match. He was not a big fan. So even though I took a lot of damage on my right tower, I didn't panic. I kind of stayed the course, try to get those elixir pumps on the board. If you can get 2 elixir collectors on the board and your opponent has none, with this deck, you're looking really good. So another good starting hand here for me. I'm actually going to play a little bit of defense here. I normally would have dropped the elixir collector, but he started out with the minions on the bridge. So I'm going to play the elixir collector here, and now let's see what he does from here. So, there it is. It's the double prince deck. So I'm going to probably take a hit here by the prince. I do, but it's okay. I played the minion horde. I played the archers to try to distract the princes, but it's very difficult, at least for what I had in my hand, to totally stop that push. So as we try to get something going here in the right lane, I kind of want to hear back from you guys. A lot of you said that you're having success with the Jason deck. Let me just arrow these minion horde right quick. Come on. Okay, I should get at least a few hundred damage off this right tower. But a lot of you guys were saying that you had a lot of success with the deck, and a few of you kind of were like, hey Ash, I'm having a lot of success with the Jason deck still. In fact, you know, I got to Legendary Arena or whatever, and I made a couple adjustments, but then you didn't tell me what the adjustments were, and I was curious. So let me know if you are playing this deck. Let me know, you know, have you made any adjustments to the deck? Are you one of the lucky ones who has legendary cards? If so, what legendaries have you added to this deck? So I'm going to use my giant again to stop that prince there. You can see the prince, the charging prince, didn't do too much damage to my giant, not even half his hit points, and now I'm going to play the Hog Rider in the left, and what I'm going to do is play the archers behind the giant. So the archers behind this giant here, even though the giant only has about a quarter hit points left at the time that he got to the tower, you can see I did a lot of damage to that right tower. Then I was able to go ahead and arrow the minion, and that was great. So now I'm just going to pump up right now. He has no elixir. I feel good about this match. Let's go ahead and protect a pump here. That was a misplay on my part. I probably should have played the Spirit Goblins up top, not on the Miner, but he actually zapped my King Tower, so that's probably going to be a game set match for me. You can see how I used that Hog Rider in a pinch there just to distract those minions away from my tower. Now I'm going to go ahead and play a Giant in the left. I'm going to use that Archer and kind of parlay it with a Minion Horde here since he just uses Fireball. I'm going to arrow his Minion Horde, and that should be left tower down as well. I'm going to play Spirit Goblins in the right, and the right tower is going to be down. So now everything just took a really good turn for yours truly, and we're going to go ahead and go super aggressive against his King Tower, and it looks like this should be a 3 crowns. So we're 2 out of 3 on 3 crowns here, and I'm feeling pretty good about the Jason deck so far. Now let me just be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit low in cups for my skill level on my free-to-play account here because honestly I haven't played the account in a couple weeks. So you know how the inflation of cups goes. Like it used to be that 4,000, oh, right out the gate here, playing a Prince against me this next match. That was an interesting start there, just playing a Prince and nothing else. So, I want to play the Elixir Pump, but instead I'm going to try to get something going offensively here. Playing a Witch against my Barbarians, and I'm going to go ahead and Arrow. Get rid of those skeletons, do a little bit more damage to the Tower, the Witch, and the Ice Wizard. We're able to take down the Ice Wizard. So, again, a pretty good start here on this match. I can't complain about this. I'm going to play Minion Horde right now. Go take down the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and should take down the Witch. So we do, and that was a good value for 5 Elixir. That's what I call a value trade. 5 Elixir Minion Horde versus 9 Elixir in the Mini P.E.K.K.A. and the 5 Elixir Witch. So I want to play this Elixir Pump, but I guess I'm not going to here. Now he has a Giant Skeleton coming at me solo again. I'm just going to keep the Giant Skeleton way far away from my towers. Played those archers a little bit too close to the right there, but either way, it's going to work out. The Giant Skeleton is going to be deado, and then I'm going to go ahead and drop the Elixir Collector, the Pump, excuse me, and then we'll do the Barbarians. It seems like it's deja vu here. Another Prince solo at me in the right lane. I don't know why he keeps sending these solo units, and now is a Sparky. So I'm going to play the Minion Horde right off the bat here. I know he has Fireball, I think, or was that the last guy? I don't know. I'm not paying attention here. So Sparky down. That's all I really care about at this point, and we'll go ahead and reload. We do have the Pump on the board. So I kind of wanted to talk to you guys. By the way, after this, I'm going to go ahead and hop into a Grand Challenge or a Classic Challenge. Depends. I didn't even notice how many gems I had on this account. I don't think I have much, so it might just be a Classic Challenge, but I do want to switch things up and give some tournament-level cards, and we'll see if we can continue the win streak. I feel pretty confident in this match, not to get too far ahead of myself, but I'm going to play the Minion Horde. I guess he doesn't have Fireball. I guess that was the last guy. This should be Tower Down here on the right. The Minion Horde, yes, it is Tower Down. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. If I remember, hopefully I do. I'm gonna go ahead and include some screenshots on the screen here. Let me just defend over here. You can see separation on my defensive units. Spirit Goblins on one side, Archers on the other side. So we're gonna go ahead and play the Giant here on the opponent's end. This is actually perfect that he has Sparky down, because Sparky's not gonna fire, not gonna hit my Barbarians and any of my DPS units. Instead, he's gonna target the Giant, and I'm gonna take down this left tower as well. So what I wanted to talk to you guys about was, some of you may follow me on Twitter for my daily tournaments. I probably mentioned them about every single Clash Royale video I've done so far, so I'll spare you the repetition there. And instead, I kind of want to mention that I did post a screenshot the other day of where you guys, my viewers, all come from. So let me get right back to you. Let me buy some gems. I'll come right back. Alright guys, I am back. I bought $1 of gems because it is my free-to-play account. So we're going to go Classic Challenge. It's probably going to be easy, but hey, hopefully we won't screw up, and maybe we will play some pretty solid opponents. So I am only level 8 going against level 9s. Probably it's going to be all level 9s, I assume, I guess. So we'll have a little bit of a disadvantage, and hopefully that will kind of mitigate the skill gap, maybe, or maybe I'm speaking too soon, and I'll go 0 in 3 or 4 or 5 or however many matches I play. But on the screen right now, hopefully, let me just jot down to remember to come back and show you. Okay, 13, 14. Okay, so on the screen right now, you can see my demographics, where you guys are all from. And I have to say that I have one of the most eclectic, like I said, a very broad range of viewers. You guys are from the entire world, and I want to thank you so much for being a part of my channel and hanging out with me every single day, or maybe just this one video, who knows. But either way, thank you for at least listening to me right now. And this is the top like 30 or so that I'm going to be showing you guys. 30 countries that watch me in terms of view time. So I want to know where your country ranks on this list here. Are you from the United States? They have about 1/3 of my viewers are from the United States. Everywhere else is international. I'm very, very proud to have a 60+% international audience. So while I say that, I took down the left tower there. So this match really going well. You can see, again, being very patient here. I'm trying to be at least. You know, one of my goals that I tell myself every match is before I try to execute one of these big pushes, I try to get 2 elixir collectors on the board. So I'll either play defense or I'll try to get 2 collectors on the map, or it will be the last minute. The last minute, kind of all bets are off. I'm going to put this elixir collector right over here, try to add a little bit extra layer of protection for my left tower because I don't have too much damage done to his right tower. And interestingly enough, he's actually coming at me in the right lane underneath a minion horde. Don't know why he was doing that there, but okay, so now he's coming at me with the miner. I'm going to leave the miner and just go super aggressive against the right tower here. I feel pretty good about this match. Normally, I wouldn't do a tower sacrifice like this unless I was really super confident I had the big edge, and I think I do right now. So I'm going to play the giant in the left lane, kind of put some pressure on his king tower, and at this point, I'm going to give him the tower, and I'm going to play the minion horde behind the giant. I'm going to get greedy here, try to go for the 3 crown, and of course it fails. That's what happens when you get greedy, guys. I mean, I'm still going to win this match, but that was silly. I should have just went for the right tower, and those are just lessons that you have to learn, and I'm still learning them right now. You don't want to be super, super aggressive when there's no need to be. I could have just played defense, gone after that right tower, and I would have been totally fine, but instead I was like, ooh, I'm recording for YouTube. I'm going to try to go for a 3 crown again. Everybody would love me. Okay, I'm just joking, kind of, but yeah, anyway, my giant will take down this right tower. I'm going to arrow just to be sure, but it should be fine, and there it is. So it wasn't pretty at all, but we got another victory. So we have 1 win, and let's go ahead and play maybe like 2 more matches, maybe 3, we'll see. And but as I was saying, guys, India really representing. India overtook UK, the United Kingdom. UK was number 2 for so long for me as far as my viewer demographic. I'm not sure if you guys actually care about this type of thing, so I won't blab about it too much longer, but I just find it absolutely wild. You know, I'm an analytical guy. I like numbers, so I do look at my analytics from time to time. I can't lie and pretend that I'm impervious to it, but I really have no problem admitting that I think that one of the coolest stats out there is your demographic, finding out where you guys are watching from, how many minutes you're watching depending on your location. Some people have more patience, I guess, for my long rambling and ranting at times than others, but either way, I find it absolutely wild. So be sure to drop me a line, tell me where you guys are watching from, and meanwhile, this match is kind of getting away from me a little bit. I'm taking some damage on both of my towers. I'm going to play the giant over here defensively again in the left lane. I'm going to play the minion horde behind it. Unfortunately, he uses the arrows, but that's kind of a semi-bait there because I'm going to play the spirit goblins right behind, and I might be able to take this tower down here. I think I will, actually, because 1 giant, even at half health, with spirit goblins behind him, they're definitely going to take down a tower, even with the witch, you know, firing away at him. So now let's go ahead and put another elixir collector on the board. I'm going to go ahead and play barbarians, and I should be able to defend just fine here on the left. And that was it, man. You know, like, I took a lot of damage again on both of my towers. It wasn't a perfect victory. Well, I'm speaking a little bit too early to call it a victory, but it wasn't a perfect beginning to this match, is a better way to put it. But, you know, it still worked out in the end. And again, now I can play the giant on the opponent's side of the map. It's very, very difficult to counter the giant when they don't have a defensive structure and I already have a tower down. That way I can play my giant on the other side of the map. He's guaranteed to get a few hits at least onto that tower. Very, very short beeline right to the tower. So I feel very, very good, obviously, about this match here. He's starting his giant way, way back behind his king tower, and I don't blame him. He's probably going to try to get a big monster push, so I'm going to try to play defense here in the left. I have the elixir collector kind of as bait for the giant to get him off track. I'm going to go ahead and arrow here just to try to get rid of those skeletons, get a little bit more damage off of those musketeer and the witch, and I'll play barbarians right on top of them. And the barbarians, you can see I placed them a little bit behind the Valkyrie. That way they could obviously live and take down the witch and the musketeer without having to engage the Valkyrie. So again here, playing the giant, using him to distract the witch and whatever he had out there, I didn't even notice. And then we'll start loading up the DPS units behind again. Maybe get a 3 crown here, maybe not. Might not be enough time again. I'm going to play the minion horde right now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoa, so close. Darn. But either way, it's a win, so who's going to complain? And plus, they don't even count as 3 crowns when you get a 3 crown in challenges on your profile, so I guess what do I even care? But anyway, so demographics, that's pretty much my conversation there, guys. I mean, I just think it's really cool, and I wanted to thank you all again just for being viewers and subscribers, and it just means so much to me that you guys tune in to me. I know I get so many messages from you guys saying that you really genuinely look forward to my videos as a part of your day, as a staple of your day, and to me that's just wild to think that me, just, you know, Ash, just sitting at home, that people actually tune in thousands every single hour to watch me play. It's just an honor. I can't tell you how much it means to me, guys, so thank you. If you missed my 200K subscriber special, I am giving away an iPad Air to somebody, so there is time to still enter that contest. You might want to check it out. It was a couple days ago that I posted that video now, so again, the contest is still running, so you might want to check that out if you have any interest in that sort of thing. And again, in case you didn't watch the video, I just wanted to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for helping me, reach 200,000 subscribers. And whether you're new to the channel or you've been here for years, it means a lot to me. So thank you, guys. Now back to the freaking match, Ash. Come on, enough rambling on and on and on. Okay, so I have 2 elixir pumps on the board, and you know what that is, guys. I just hit my goal. So now we can do a big push. So he has a P.E.K.K.A coming at me. Not too worried about that. We're going to put the giant in the right, and we're going to parlay it with a hog rider. It's going to be a giant, hog rider, archer, spear goblins. Why not? We're going to take down this right tower, guys. Then I'm just going to play the barbarians right on that P.E.K.K.A, and I should be totally good to defend too. I had the minion horde. You know what? Let's do minion horde on the P.E.K.K.A, and then we'll save the barbarians just in case, because barbarians obviously a little bit of a better defensive option than the minion horde, but minion horde, they do damage much faster. So what I can do is use the minion horde as bait in case they have arrows or fireball or something, and then I can play my barbarians if I needed to. Of course, I didn't need to, so the point is moot. But you can see a decent amount of damage off both of the towers here. Let's just send the hog rider in on the right. Let's see if he counters it. I love to send my hog rider in once they drop a really heavy or expensive card behind their king tower in the opposite lane, because look what he just did there. He used spear goblins, or goblins. He used goblins and an ice wizard, so that takes 5 elixir away from his P.E.K.K.A push. So now he has a hog rider, a wizard, and a goblin. Wow, he's throwing a lot at me here. Let me just concentrate. So we're going to use, we had to use the minion horde against that wizard. Even though I lost a few of them, I had to get that splash damage off the board there, and I lost my tower as well. Now I am going to take down this right tower. I have the giant and the hog rider on that right tower. Ooh, I thought I was going to take it down. I guess not. Well, I'm going to definitely take down the left tower. I have minions, archers, and a giant on the left tower. So I'm going to go ahead and send the hog rider right in on the right tower. It was a little bit too close for comfort there. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That was a little bit way too close. So let's put the giant on the board here. But look at this in the left. Pay attention to the king tower, guys. I have archers, spear goblins, and a giant on the king tower. This is going to be a 3 crown, guys. So that's a perfect way to end this episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. It's about a 20-25 minute episode. Can you guys handle longer? Let me know in the comments below, and maybe I'll do an hour-long episode, do a whole classic or a grand challenge for you guys. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and as always, take care, guys.